Let's take a look at the ultimate battle sequence on the planet Mandalore. So you can see that in the very back of this frame, there are two of the official LEGO sets. So I'll just look at those first. I'm not going to go too much into those. But one of them is Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon battle, and that's what we have right here. And then the other is the Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack. And this battle pack just mostly has minifigures in it, but it also has sort of a rock formation and an archway from Mandalore. Now all of these other sets here, these are actually alternate builds. All of these alternate builds are made from the Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack, and let's take a look at them and also credit the makers and link the instructions for these alternate builds to you below. And just to recap, an alternate build is a build that uses the same pieces from a LEGO set, and the fan builds the pieces, arranges them in a different manner. So all of these alternate builds here use pieces only from the Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack. You don't need any additional pieces, although this one uses 5 sets, and we'll get to that one in a moment. For starters, this first build, alternate build, is called Mandalore Rock, and that is by dorianbricktron. And so that just goes along with the aesthetic of the Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack. It's just, instead of the archway, all of the pieces are assembled into a last stand on like a rock somewhere on Mandalore. And we have that little cute cannon type of thing on top. And then this is the flying mechanism that you can attach a minifigure to with a jetpack. So if you just have one pack of the Ambush on Mandalore, you could rearrange it this way. And it's another simple build, just not so many pieces. But again, goes with the aesthetic of that original set. Now here is the next one. So this set also is made only out of pieces from one of the Ambush on Mandalore battle packs. And again, it's sort of meant as a continuation of the aesthetic of the original. There's still almost a little archway to it, but not so much. Just to kind of compare for a second. There's the original build up top, and then the alternate build at the bottom. Very similar balance and everything, but a few of the features are moved around. So that complements the original build as well. And now our next one. Let me actually turn that around. So this next build, you'll notice it looks a little bit larger, and this build, this alternate build, uses 2 sets. Oh, let me return to this one. Sorry, I forgot to credit the creator. So this one is just called Ambush on Mandalore Alternate Build, and it's by Britain_C. All right, this next one is also by dorianbricktron again. It's just this set is made out of 2 of the Ambush on Mandalore battle packs. And this is called the Mines of Mandalore. So what's neat about this one is with these 2 sets, this creator made a very symmetrical, tall archway, even with the steps in the front. And then here we can have the jetpacks again attached. And then also in the front of this one, we have the little blasters, so they can kind of be a perimeter defensive kind of mechanism, I guess. And then the little thermal detonator pieces are in the front as well, and they may be meant to represent some kind of control paneling, actually. But this is another neat build. It's a much more developed and tall and grand archway, and also complements the aesthetic of the original. And this final one has a lot going on. So this final assembly, this is an ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack, an alternate build, but this is incorporating 5 sets. It's very cool. This is like it's like an expanded version of the original, so you can create a pretty grand battle. You've got lots of Mandalorians flying around. Oops. But in addition, this design has these, it's like a little perimeter defensive. That's how they put these little blasters on here. So I see this as kind of an area that the Mandalorians are defending. We have all these little rock formations throughout, just kind of like small versions of them. We've still got that little container with the thermal detonators. It's kind of hidden. Actually, there's 2 of them. You could certainly build more if you wanted to. There's the parts to, at least to have some containers, some more containers. But it's just really neat to, with this particular build, to see so many of the Mandalorians kind of flying around with their jetpacks. It creates a really cool ambiance that way. So if you would like to spring for 5 of the sets, it is a pretty cool build you can make out of it. And this again is by the creator Britain_C. All right, so that is a look at several alternate builds for Mandalore, and all of the alternate builds are made from the original, the Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack. These 2 right here, each of these 2 only requires 1 set. This one requires 2. And then this large one requires 5, but you get a pretty cool result out of it. So what do you think of these alternate builds and this sort of ultimate battle of Mandalore? Feel free to comment below.